All right, here we are, Friday, June 6th. I want to talk about the general crypto market and where we are, but most importantly, when things happen and the market dives, people seem to get very upset and there's fear in the market and there's sort of that fear of missing out or should I dump everything? Is this the end? What should I do? Let me tell you, and at least show you what I do and how I react to that sort of thing, what happened yesterday, and whether or not what you can look for to determine, hey, is my crypto having a problem or is it really the total market? Big Dumb Animal, I'm Brian, welcome. Let's look at yesterday because we had two very popular people basically arguing over Twitter, and markets really don't like instability or uncertainty. So whenever there's something going on, sometimes they'll take that dive. All right, yesterday was June 5th. This is the total crypto market, and it went from roughly 3.27, I guess it's almost 3.3 trillion, down to around 3.1 or a little lower. So it lost 0.2 trillion. What is that? It's $200 billion. That's a big deal. That's a huge drop. And it just kept going down. At least I saw on X, people were sort of freaking out. So I have a school community down below. There's a link if you're interested. But in there, I put daily posts. And for example, a couple of us were discussing what was going on yesterday, and we were looking at it as a buying opportunity. Now, why would I look at it as a buying opportunity as opposed to the market's over and I need to get out? Well, all the indicators I've been watching and the things we discuss and you see other people discuss leads me to believe with a high degree of probability, or I should say a high degree of confidence, that I think we are in a bull run and the market's going to start moving. So therefore, to me, this was a dip. Well, some people will only look at their particular crypto. And if their crypto is going down, they might get concerned. That's why you want to look at the total market. The total market had this huge dip. It was going down. As it was going down, I was looking at all the cryptos I was interested in first to see what's going on with my crypto. For example, if you pull up a random one, this is Aero, A-E-R-O. It's an exchange on the Base network. At the exact same time, look at that pattern of drop yesterday, just like the total market. And you can pull up crypto after crypto after crypto, and you'll see that they were all following that same drop. Essentially, if you look at the others, it had the same drop, and that is the top basically 100 or so minus the top 10. So it's supposed to be representative of altcoins. So here's the difference. If I were during a market when things are going down and people are freaking out, and I only look at my coins and I say, oh, my coin's going down. Maybe I need to get out of this one. Well, let me look at the total market, because here's the thing. If the entire market is dipping and all the altcoins are dipping and your crypto is doing the same dip, then to me, that's really just a dip. And since I think we're in a bull run, I believe it's going to come back from that. If, on the other hand, the market wasn't really going down all that much, and most cryptos just kind of cruising along or going up, and I see one of mine doing this, that's an alarm. Because one or two is not following the general trend. But for me, I believe we're in a full bull run. It's going to start moving the market. However, we're not in an altcoin season yet. You can look at all the indicators, Bitcoin dominance. Well, let's look at this one, 25 out of 100. It needs 75 out of 100 to be outperforming Bitcoin, to be considered a Bitcoin altcoin season yet. We're not there yet. You look at Bitcoin dominance, as you know, Bitcoin dominance really hasn't come down much. Ethereum's is starting to move up. That's what we want to see. But essentially, we're not yet in an altcoin season. However, I do believe, from what I've seen, that we are still in a bull run cycle. So to me, if everything's following the market, that's a dip. So yesterday, I happened to have purchased two that I wanted to get some more of. I got some more Hedera. I like that price. It was under 16 cents. And Arrow, to me, out of all the things I was looking at, it was down here around 47, 48 cents. The last high was back in, oh, this is a daily chart. Good grief. Let me look at, I'm sorry, that's an hourly chart. Let me look at a daily chart. Back in right, I guess, December time frame. $2.30. So here's how I evaluated mine. I looked at them. I'd say, what do I want to pick up some more of? I already have that list. You should already have that list. If we have more dips and you want to deploy more capital, maybe you've got some stable coins, you're waiting to buy in, maybe DCA some, have that list. So when things happen and the market drops, because look how quickly it has now come back. It's retraced about 60 or 70%, but we're only at the recording of this, not even halfway through Friday. So it seems to be retracing quite well. So that dip and that opportunity was yesterday. It's gone. When that happens again, already have your list, jump in, start looking at them. This one happened to be back at $2.20 not that long ago. It's around 50 cents. It was even lower yesterday. So to me, I wanted this one. That's a 4 or 5x just to get back to December. I chose that one in Hedera. I looked at others, but that was the one I picked. That's all I wanted to point out today. 2 things, actually 3 things. 1, when that happens, look at the total market, look at the altcoin market, then look at your individual crypto. The whole market's moving down and your crypto's mirroring that. Then if you believe we're in a bull run, it's just a dip. But if the whole market's just going sideways and you're checking out your crypto and one of them's tanking, that crypto could be a problem. 3rd thing, I always like to be ready. Just like I have sell levels of my crypto when things start to move, I have buy levels of things I might be interested in if the market pulls back. Tomorrow, or I'm going to release probably tomorrow, I'm putting together a basic video on leverage and futures trading. I don't really recommend it unless you know what you're doing, but I can show you what I do and why I do it. But more importantly, you may just want to understand it, because if you're not familiar and you hear or see people talking about, oh my gosh, I lost everything, I've been liquidated. Well, if you're buying crypto, what they call spot buying, you can't be liquidated. You don't lose money or make money until you actually sell your crypto. When they talk about liquidation, they're referring to the fact that they're trading on a margin. And I'm going to explain that tomorrow. Whether or not you want to do it, it's totally up to you. I'm just going to explain how it works and then give you my rule as to what I do and why I do it. Maybe it'll be helpful. Maybe it won't. Hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and a great weekend.